Hi, welcome to Garden Cafe. I'm Maureen, and this is my Texas Zone 8B 9A garden. As I'm sure many of you have been following, the devastation here in central Texas with the storms and the flooding has been horrendous. There's so many who've died. There's so many still who are out there missing. Really puts the gardens in perspective. You can always come through and trim and prune and cut back and replant and make your garden beautiful again. For everyone out there right now, prayers are with them. Anything you can do to help would be greatly appreciated. Please beware of the scams. There are a lot of scams out there, people trying to make money off of this. So make sure if you do donate that you're real careful and you understand exactly who you're donating to. For this video, I was planning my July video, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done. The plants pretty much sat in several inches of water, and I'll put a few of the videos up here that I have so you can see, and they did not appreciate it. So today is basically just today, tomorrow, probably the next 3 days, and we are expecting more rain, is going to be doing just that, trying to repair some of the damage. Thank you. Well, here's a pretty moment that seems to enjoy all of the rains we've been getting. This entire corner sat in a few inches of water for 48 hours. So there's definitely some pruning back that I need to do. A few of the flowers, these mums, seem to actually enjoy the extra water. The verbena, yeah, a lot of dead buds. I'll give that a good haircut. But what I wanted to show you were these dahlias. I'll bring you in closer. These dahlias sat in that water for so long that the weight of the plants themselves pulled the bulbs completely out of the soil. You can actually see them here and here. They were completely pulled out. I restaked them to stand them up, but I definitely need to add some soil so that the bulbs are covered. And actually, I think I'm just going to do this because I think all of these dahlias back here definitely need to have a few inches more soil. Clearly, a lot was washed away in the storm. I think I'm actually going to buy another bag, to be honest with you. I don't know that I have enough. I have enough to get them covered for now. But yeah, I'm going to come back and add several inches of soil to this area. I think these dahlias could definitely use it. Well, I think that's enough for this video. I will continue the cleanup and hopefully get back to you with an awesome July garden tour in a few weeks. If you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe, like, and share. It really helps me to grow my channel. Have a wonderful day.